But today, I want to talk about this Wayfair shit I've been seeing online all day, with them having $10,000 cabinets named after kids that's been missing. I want y'all to tap in and let me know y'all thoughts on this, what's going on. I'll probably make a more in-depth video a little bit later. But man, it's just getting weirder and weirder by the day, man. 2020 ain't what we needed. You know what I'm saying? This is real bad. So basically, to sum it up, what it looks like right now is that Wayfair has been naming the stuff they sell off their website after kids that came up missing, and the stuff is outrageously priced. So
found some insanely just bizarre stuff. I mean, from signs to different correlations. Yo guys, what's going on? And oh my gosh, I've got myself into a rabbit hole. I've been up for the past 6 hours researching this whole Wayfair thing going on, and I have found some insanely just bizarre stuff. I mean, from signs to different correlations to stuff that it's just absolutely insane. Today's video I'll be going over the conspiracy theory as well as giving some actual evidence behind the whole thing going on. If you don't know what it's about, just bear with me because there's a lot of information I'm going to cover in a short amount of time. So that being said, we'll get right into it. What is the Wayfair scandal and what's it about? So essentially, Wayfair is a website that sells furnitures. I believe they do wholesaling, which is they just sell large amounts of furniture, and there's a lot of different pieces on there. And recently there have been pieces that have been found that have very high price points on their furniture, such as these couple right here. I'll put some right here somewhere. You get the point. I mean, between $15,000 to $30,000 for random pieces of furniture. Well, the reason why this is so absurd is because of a sole reason that if you look at the names that are on these, I'm not gonna have them popped up at the moment, but I'll have some more pop up here in a sec. If you look at the names that are on them, they directly correlate with the people that have been going missing lately. I mean, there's a lot of people that go missing every day, but people that have been going missing have names that are directly correlated with these pieces of furniture, which is absolutely insane because some of these names are really absurd and really unique. Not absurd, but unique, and they have unique spelling. And I'm gonna have some stuff popped up right here if I don't have it already, so you'll be able to see. But I mean, there's just some insane news articles on this. And so I decided to do some research on it because it caught my interest. One of the things that I found really interesting about this is that this whole thing got debunked already by people, and it's only been out for I want to say 18 hours. I mean, I'm really early on the ball to this. I'm not, I'm not late like I'm usually am to stuff, but I mean, this has only been out for 18 to 30 hours, and it's already becoming debunked. First off, I don't know how you debunk something in one day. That doesn't even make sense because there's a whole lot of technical stuff that goes into these debunkings for major companies like this. The companies have to get audited. There's no explanation why their stuff is listed at such high price points. I mean, if it was between 1 to 5 items, they could have easily just been well, we had a mistake on our website, just change the price. But no, that doesn't make sense because the fact is all the names are correlated with people that have actually gone missing, and there's 20 plus items that have these names on it and some pretty absurd prices. The biggest example is an industrial cabinet going for between 10 to 15K, $10 to $15,000, which is absolutely insane. Part of the debunking that came out yesterday was saying that because they're industrial cabinets, that's why they're so expensive. But I'll pop up the expensive one right there, and I went on Amazon, or I went on Google Shopping. I was looking at industrial cabinets because I was actually wondering, I was I wonder how much these things actually are. Let's go take a look, figure out what the price range is for them, and I'll pop the other one right here. It's only I found between $300 and $1,500 to get some industrial cabinets that aren't too bad. One of the pictures that I popped up actually has a cabinet that looks much nicer than the one on Wayfair. So I mean, this really springs to question, why is this happening and why are these on Wayfair websites? This hasn't really been issued directly and nothing's really happened, but the company is probably going to get audited from my assumption, just because this is really insane. I was also talking to my mom about it because I was really trying to figure this out and collect some good research to the video, but I was wait a minute, there is something that doesn't really make sense. If these kids are, if these cabinets are essentially kids that are trafficked, then why did they use their real name? And it really makes you wonder, why would they use their legal name? It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So, I mean, there's that. Either way, Wayfair is going to lose a lot of business to this. It's not just cabinets, it's pillows, it's night lights. I mean, what's really insane that I found was there's a pillow, and I'll pop the picture up right here again, and the pillow has this little swirly thing on it. And if you look, on the picture that I popped up, you look down on the bottom right corner, it's actually the sign for pedophilia, which is really insane because like the names correlate with like little boys, and it maintains that high price point of, I believe it says $20,000 dollars, which is really insane because like why does a pillow cost $20,000 US dollars? It doesn't, like there's very clearly something that's going on with this. And I don't have all the facts because this is very early on and nothing has really been, like nothing of value has really came up other than people just like digging deep. But I mean, there are websites on the dark web where if you type these names in, you can see pictures of these kids. And I mean, honestly, like that's just insane. So there's definitely something that's going on, and it's just, I don't even know how to, I just don't even know how to explain it in like a reasonable way. I feel like something really big is happening out of this, and I'm probably gonna make an update video as more information comes out because this is super interesting, and honestly, it's absolutely terrible that this is something that's happening. I mean, if this is actually true, then, I mean, it's just been hiding in plain sight the entire time. My question is, I was talking to my mom again, I was like, what happens if you actually buy one of these, like, $25,000 cabinets? Because, like, there's logistical issues when it comes to, like, human trafficking and stuff, I'm sure. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm sure there's, like, you have to ship stuff, and, I mean, like, this just doesn't really make any sense. Also, another thing that I found really interesting was there's no, I couldn't find an origin source for all this media. I was like, I wonder who posted about this first. I wonder who discovered it. But I mean, like, I was literally digging for like 3.5 hours from Twitter, Instagram, Reddit. I mean, I was scouring the internet and I couldn't find a single origin source that this came from. So it makes it kind of look like someone put it up and just like disappeared. Someone gave someone like a little piece of something and then said, have fun with this because this is about to blow up. So I think this topic is, it's trending right now. And another thing that I saw is like, at this given moment, like 5 minutes before I record this video, I was on Twitter and it said there are 664,000 tweets on Wayfair, and it's only number 28 on trending. Typically, if there's that many tweets on something in that short amount of time, it's typically higher on social media platforms for trending. I'm not saying anything about Twitter or anything. I thought that was interesting and I thought I'd put that out. I'm just, relaying all the facts that I found. And yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on all this? Because this is absolutely insane. I'm gonna leave the hotline for human trafficking, awareness in the description of this video. But I mean, I wanna hear your thoughts. Do you think Wayfair is, you think it's a corporate thing? Do you think it's something the people that made the website are doing? Do you think that it's just masking human trafficking? I mean, I am genuinely curious, and I'll reply to every single comment talking to y'all. I'll have conversations with all of y'all. I'd really like to get a good discussion going down in the comment section below, especially if you know a lot more information than me. Like I said, this is very early on, and I'm sure